whereas we have been supporting his father, and we do still support him, we are not ready to support General Muhoozi, President Museveni. You have been around for very many years as a president. God has been kind to you. Ugandans have been kind to you. Don't abuse our goodwill. And don't think that the goodwill we have had for you is the goodwill we are going to give to your son. If you are breaking, if you are not living by the law, when you are just an aspirant, when you become a full one, will you obey the law? Are we not going to see another Amin in this country? We are not in politics to clap hands for a particular family. We are in politics to ensure that there is sanity. When we see a serving army officer coming out contrary to the Constitution, Article 208, and contrary to UPDF Act, Section 99, which requires that anyone in uniform, should you desire to participate in politics, you have to resign or retire from the army.
Honorable Barnabas Tingasimire yargayo n'ekiniga cy'amani mnonga arukusindika obutumwa bwe arukubuza mukuru w'ihanga lya Uganda wekitinisa Yoweri Kaguta Museveni ngo ahabwa China bakora ebyona kandi obwo akiri mukuru w'ihanga lya Uganda.
Why are you doing this to us? What are you trying to tell this country? Or you are trying to confirm what you earlier said, that for you these documents are just nothing. These ideals were passed on to us by Ugandans who fought dearly at independence, for us to attain independence. We would want any subsequent leader to preserve the Constitution. When this matter of breaking the Constitution is being done by your son, you leave us with very many questions. Yes, you want your son to succeed you, but why don't you follow a normal procedure? What is difficult? Why do you want to keep in the army and at the same time aspire for political office? What is difficult? Is there unfinished business Muhoozi has to do in UPDF? If it is there, then you tell him to wait. If you feel, and the way we are seeing events turning out, that you want your son to succeed you, then tell him to resign from the army and respect the laws of this country. Now, the evidence before us is overwhelming that President Museveni is carrying out two campaigns. His own campaign and the campaign of his son.
Honorable Barnabas Tingasimire nukukurga yakatera abanya-Uganda bona omuranga ngo bize barebe ensongeji ya Muhoozi Kainerugaba hamwe na mukuru w'ihanga lya Uganda Yoweri Kaguta Museveni ngo nabo barebe ki Uganda balion barabamu bagere ekibasharaho.
And we are inviting all Ugandans to look at that scenario of being power hungry. Does he want to turn this country into a monarchy? Maybe we can change the constitution and establish a kingdom where President Museveni is the king. And then his son will properly ascend to the throne as a crown prince. But the way the constitution is, or the precedents that we have seen in this country, Uganda is not yet a monarchy. We have monarchs like Busoga Kingdom, they can enthrone their sons, the crown prince. Bunyoro, Uganda, we will not have issues. But when you seek an executive office of the president, and you are running a campaign where you want your son to succeed, that's very, very unfortunate.
Anabasi tinka simire yargeyo kandi no kusindika ubutumwa bw'amani mnonga ari kugira ngo yaba nanda kuba uwamahe abowamahe ngo kandi yaba nanda kuzaombye bwebembezi azombwe bembezi areke kubuzabuza abanya-Uganda.
Of thinking of behaving like a hyena which started smelling this side the smell of ants, this side the smell of meat, then he did like this the legs, and it ended up breaking into 2 pieces, splitting into 2 pieces. Choose where you want to belong, the army or the politics, and come out clearly. What are you fearing? If Tinka Simire Barnabas can go to his constituency without anyone, without being carried by anyone, and he wins a constituency 4 times, for you, the army general, what are you fearing? If you are incompetent, why don't you leave us alone? What are you fearing? You say you are a general, what are you fearing? You have all the money. What are you fearing? Why don't you resign?
Awa Gntv Agarikwotsya ni Clinton nawe.
Okwishijuma mbetabo vya NRM binji bakumanya nkayero buko kuriyo kugendo misho konka bamombebe mbezabe bembire ekikorwa kintu bagira ngo bwahata abantu nibija bace mnonga ngo kuba binji bacero mirimo yabo ngo kushaba abantu kurebeka ngo uryo moyabaza kubanara ko kwishijuma kandi batakasibayo obwire bwahwayo bakija kubana bimusiye mikono nangwa no kweterera nduru mutubarikirize kureba amazina gaho. Reka tubirebe.
Obwo turukwijira kutera akaruru ko mwaka w'2026 akabona government y'ihanga rya Uganda erikwemerwa cyinisa Yoweri Kaguta Museveni tubahaburwa ugunworohemba ogwenzura kandi se barwanyi w'ihanga rya Uganda akwatanise n'ekibina ekirukwemerera ihanga rya Uganda echa NRM jete National Resistance Movement bargireyo no kutera umuranga barukushaba abantu bona okugenda bakeshizuma umunkara ozete register ningashi yero book ngubareba amazina gabo gaba galimu kandi abgatarimu kandi bikize umwaka gofutera akaruru batecemu amazina gabo kugira ngo akaruru ke 2026 kaza kushika babe batacinerwe kwaso yone kubazibira futera akarura ko wene kikorwe kinjiza futwara ebiro 3 kandi kitandikire izoba rya nyamwazyo kandi abantu bona batandikire kusizuma amazina gabo omunkarezo eza yero buku na mnongo mu district ya Wakiso ahumya makuru witu ashikire izoba rya nyamwazyo akashanga abantu aba bariyone behandikisa be checking and basizuma inkarezo ukureba amazina gabo kandi kwa baburize bargayo no futugaruka mu ebi
lero tuwali muzannyo mwene ale twagala kusigaza buli mbuzi ku nkondo yayo okuvala abantu nkugaye mwalimu abebibiine ebirala nga bali bakulembeze mwene ale nga babivamu tujja muteka Costa kati Kampala Central bwene tuka mu kitabo kyekyalo eriye Kamocha mukulu Nyanzi chairman kuba yali weni ale bajja musazaamu
n'okuza obujje enkalala z'NRM era tiimu zaffe ziri mu ggwanga lyonna nga zirondola okulaba enteekateeka eno bwetambula. Njagala okubategeeza nti olwaleero mbaddeko mu Kampala nembaako mu bitundu ebimu era nze kennyini nga omumyuka wa Ssaabawandiisi ne bayo bempandiisa na wano ndi mu kyalo Gombe nsanze abantu nga bangi era nempandiisaayo omuntu naye ng'ekigendererwa nti omuntu okukebera erinnya lye nga kweriri abamu tusanze ng'ennanga muntu tezibaddeeko ne tuziteekako bazze nazo era n'emyaka ne tugifuna n'essimu ne tugiteekamu. N'olwekyo njagala kwongera kwebaza olw'okujjumbira ba members naye ate n'abakulembeze b'NRM okuba nti beenyigidde mu nteekateeka eno. Bantu abo omulanga gwe tubakubira nti bw'oba tolina ndagamuntu genda bw'obanga yakubulako okola application. Bw'onookola application for replacement balina ennamba gye bajja okuwa ennamba eyo gy'oba oleeta. Bw'oba olina voter location slip nga walonda ku luli jangu leeta ennamba eyo leeta voter location slip. Bw'oba obadde muyizi nga weewandiisiza ku ssomero balina gye bayita learners identification number so kye twetaaga okusingira ddala byebikukwatako gwe nga memba.
Abantu aba abaresere kugira ngo bakayamba abatura kucekinga amazina gabo barige no kusobora obuzibu bari kureba bonka abakozi kandi bakugira ngo abantu nibakera omukura emirimo yabo bacerwa kwiza kushizuma amazina gabo omunkarezi.
Obuzibu bwe tubadde tufunyemu bubadde bwa budde. Abantu nga bo bamanya abamu bakedde nnyo genda okukola ate nga barejesitula batuuka ssaawa 2 naye ebirango bye twataddeyo ne bye tugenda okwongera oteekayo tugenda kufuba okulaba nga abantu aba bakeera barejesitula bakeera ne babakolako mangu ne bagenda. Mpozi n'ekiralo abaana b'amasomero abagadde nnyo ekibiina kino abaakava mu masomero nga tebalina liini ennamba eyo gye babawa ate nga tebannafuna national ID ate nga process gye tugenda okukoleramu omulimu guno yennaku nti naye tunyonyodde secretary general okulaba nga wabeerawo embeera okusobola abaana abo okubanga bayingira mu register zaffe ate basobole okwetaba butereevu mu kulonda kw'ekibiina.
Exercise yaffe eno ya NRM voters register update so far etambula bulungi kubanga tutandise essaawa 2 zennyini ba members ne babanga batandise okujja ssaawa 2 so far ku budde buno ziri ssaawa 4 naye twakafunako abantu 15 being the first day abalala bagamba bali mukuu bajja era nsuubira by ssaawa nga 11 tujja kuba tufunye ennamba ewera n'abalala nga bagenda bagamba bannaabwe ne system gye tutaddemu mu kyalo okulaba nti no kijjukiza ba members abalala babe nga bajja ejja kuba etuyambako okulaba nti tufuna abantu bangi bongera okutegeera kiki ekigenda mu maaso era memba yenna na NRM.
Abantu aba baregistra barije no kusobora ngo bakira buri muntu wena kwechekinga omukararezo eza yerubuku kano bwakuriwe ekigombe ekindi ebirimu kanupo FDC DP amwe nebindi ari emitendera yo kurabaho okehandikisa kuza omuyerubuku niyemwe
tetwaniriza balala nti obandi wa nukunzize kwe registeringa awo nawo waliwo process kubanga nabo tubaniriza okujja naye tulinawo process gye balina okuyitamu bwetubanga tumumanyi nti wa nuupu oba wa FDC oba wa kibiina ekirala kyonna ekyobyobufuzi tubaniriza okujja naye waliwo process gye bajja okugendamu basooke bajjuze empapula era bateekinge oath balabe nga bajoininga.
Abaana bannabafuna nangamuntu zaabwe
abaana batannaba kufuna nangamuntu oba oli bw'abanga azze nga talina nangamuntu ekisookera ddala eno exercise omuntu oteekwa okuba nga olina ennangamuntu tusobole okukucekinga bulungi amannya go nga gakorespondinga n'ago amannya agali mu register. Kati bw'oba nga tolina nnangamuntu tulina ekitongole kyaffe ekya gavumenti ekikwasaganya ensonga ezo ez'okuregisitaringa ekyannira omuntu oyo tumwadvisinga okugenda ku nnira asobole okufuna nnangamuntu asobole okufuna nini namba then akomewo tumuregisitari.
Tanafunawo ku bantu abajja nga tebabirina
so far nakafunayo ba members 2 ate nga ba NRM supporters nga tebalina nnangamuntu era kyenkoze bawandiise wansi ku lupapula lwange era ne mbadvisinga okulaba nti bagenda kunnira basobole okuzifuna era kyenjagala okulaba connectingako n'abannira ensonga eyo nga bagikwasaganya mba mbasindikira abantu abo tusobole okwanguyiriza okusonga ekyo. Amanya Seruyima Geoffrey registra wa Gombe
ahabwa Gntv Agarikwotsya Dikirinton nahabwe district ya Wakiso.
Abantu gumizamu n'enshonga z'okweyandikisa n'okweshujuma omu mazina omu kitabo ekya Yellow Book ekya NRM aba district yambarira eriizooba basakuba nibatunga ebikoreso ebirije kuba nibibayamba okuhandiika n'okushujuma abo omu bitabo byabo. Leka tubireebe.
The importance of this exercise of registration is that you don't appear in the Yellow Book, you are not a voter. If you don't appear in the Yellow Book, you cannot be a candidate to be elected a flag bearer. We are going to put a very strict regulation that you are not in the yellow book, you cannot parade yourself, because we shall take the forms back to the district for the district to have a slot to sanctify that you were a member of the register. You are captured in the yellow book. We have had cases, people don't respect our yellow books, then they just come and become candidates and they fight for the flag. This time around, one of the qualification yardsticks for any position where the flag is necessary, you must be a member of the NRM, registered, and will have a membership card. So it is very important that members go in to vote a member of parliament, a councillor, a mayor, chairperson, any election in NRM. We shall restrict ourselves to only members who are in the register. So if you want to participate in NRM activities, the time for you to be a member is now.
Nyenda kubahamiza ngupate ya yeite ya NRM etebekine jejejeje kurugahe iguru kuhikansi no kurugansi kwikaiguru mutakagiro kwerarikirira nguhe intebe birumu ebitakubasa kubasorogo. Otherwise nimbe baza munongo kureba ngo mwagiro umuzinyogo kanta intati kugureba konka mwebale kuija kubaneitu haza TVs na radio zeitu mugambira abantu necho bushonanizirwa kugira pate iwa belonge gitu ababandi abakwenda kujwa kukira kutwija munabo ntubaniriza, but they have to be verified by the village where they stay. Yes, tukugira ngo norugaha noza mwizi otinanyeniza kwehandikisa batakumanya mitwarize yawe nebitekerezo byawe nebindi. So it is your village to prove that uri umuntu atebekeye wijo movement ntukwandika jeje ntwaniriza nyobona ngo no kutera nintera amazungu kwaniriza jabo kureba ngo washaraho kwizo mu movement.
But we shall have another registration for students during holidays. We shall have what you call blank books. Call them blank books. We shall bring them back to capture students during holidays. Those who are 16, 17, and they have the NIRA leaf, because the NIRA has registered in most schools. We shall do that during holidays. Will we allow the register to be there every time? From this process, the register is going to be digitalized. When we finish with the next week, Monday, after 17th, the next week is to prepare to start digitalization in the region. We are not going to take the registers of Karamoja to be digitalized in Kampala, because last time when we did, the names of Karamojong were found in Bushe. Because that time the policy was, the more names you write, the more you are paying. This time we are saying no. We are going to be patriots if you are going to work with us. We are not going to tag the more you do against money. You are going to do work for the party you belong to, and you will also make a contribution. When we pay you transport, we might not pay you all the housing. So those going to be used at the region here will be carefully selected by the chairpersons and our team of registrar and admin, and they will be working from here under the care of the team leader, technical team leader, and my overall supervision. So the registers will be typed at every region or sub-region to avoid mix-up of registers from Barara being found in Kisoko or Tororo. Let it be mixed within here. The one of Rwampara can mix in Bushenyi, you can go to those areas and sort it out and take them back. But when the ones of Bushenyi are in Karamoja, they will just be thrown away. We want to limit that confusion, therefore we shall type. And will we have access to the register? At typing level, we are not capturing anyone. We are typing what we have as is. You have seen vehicles sold as is. Even when the tire has woozy wires, you agree that it is sold as is. That's what you do. You take a woman to a church and say, I do. Don't tell me she was shorter than you. You already said, I do. Period. Rampara started late. Yes, they could have started late because I called them. The training was on Monday. I called them on Tuesday after getting intelligence report of the confusion about 2 sets of registrars, some leaders removing some people in the middle, and the people were fighting. There are even chairpersons, they are fighting for even a motorcycle. I'm going to 2 difficult districts, Kazo and Chimura. where even a person you find by the roadside is a boss. Now I want to declare to them today in their midst that I'm the overlord. They can even not call the president to do the work. It is me to do. So if the politicians in Kuru have started the old habit, I'm warning them before I step down. Good enough, the register will be synchronized again at a village baraza. Even when we had a village called Mugore with 267 people, but in the register it had, you know the number. So that there's a contradiction between ONC and Shadondo. No, there's no contradiction. Shadondo Secretariat, according to the party constitution, give me the constitution, is what brings all organs of the party together. By the constitution of NRM, the Secretariat is the mother hen. It controls all offices, including the ONC, the Electoral Commission, and other offices. It's only difficult if we have a person who does not want to cooperate. That's why you would see some of us who are not agreeing. But for now, those things have been solved. The conflict with President Museveni's candidature, President Museveni will come on the ballot in 2026. You want me to say it? President Museveni will be a candidate for NRM in 2026. Because SEC in 2019 endorsed him for 2021 elections and beyond. And I have that document. Unless SEC withdraws that document, SEC cannot bring to the Electoral Commission another candidate for nomination. Director of Foreign Relations, International Relations is Major Retired Paula Awich, OB of Intare School. He is right now in the diaspora to meet the heads of diaspora to come up with a program on how we are going to register NRM members in the diaspora. What a party relies on, what we call in history, party regalia or regalia, like kingdom regalia. One of it is the register. So the register cannot be just accessed by anybody, and that's why we shall put major restrictions, such that when you want to access, the authority goes up to the center where the Secretary General will have authorized, and you can access where you want. And you may not access anything more than yours. And you can't add. That's the process we are now. So you will be free to digitalize. Once we have done that, we shall announce it.
Twagumizamu abanyishingiro habarimo Theodore Sekikubo na Barnabas Tinkasimire baragayo basha bamugambereza w'ishingiro ryanga ya Uganda Western Sun Tamanga okurgaya kagarika keti ishingiro kushitama ngowe bakagamba nshonga zo bushumankuzi ezikwasira hansi na higuru katubirebe
migambo bingi ebikwata ku bulyake ku bukenuzi okweyagaliza ebintu bwebityo naye ate tuguddewo ekibbo ate bwe baddeyo akasiriikiriro kemumanyi akalwanya eminya tennabaayo n'omu avaayo ku bukulembeze bwa paalamenti okuwabula bamemba ba paalamenti ku bino naddala ebigenda mu maaso. Toyinza kugamba nti nze ndi mutuufu oba kasita nze tebanjogeddeeko nze sinnakwata ku ssente. Nedda, paalamenti bweba eteekeddwa mu matigga, bweba eteereddwa ku minzaani, ffenna ng'ababaka ba paalamenti tuli ku minzaani. Kale nno tusaba obukulembeze bwa paalamenti, tusaba sipiika, tusaba deputy sipiika ne bakomisyonazi bokka baveeyo batangaaze ffe ababaka baabwe, ababaka ba paalamenti ku bino ebigenda mu maaso, batangaaze n'eggwanga. Ekyokusirika tekimala kubanga kati ne woyita wonna mu makubu bagamba nti beebo. Ekigambo ekikyamu si kituufu. Ffenna tuli mu matigga, tuli mu kantolozo muyitirivu ennyo. Kakati nga nsaba ebintu bibiri. Bw'olaba paalamenti etuuse okunoonyerezebwako IGG batubuulire anoonyerezaako okutuuka wa nga IGG. Naye paalamenti erina obukiiko bwayo nga akakosase akatumya ebitongole bya gavumenti ne paalamenti. kirungi tufune statement okuva wa speaker erambike ngeri ki gye tunayitamu okunyonyola eggwanga naffe okwenyonyolako. Ate si gwe gusoose, natula kakiiko akaali kalondoola esente za kyogamu, naye buli munene yenna mu ggwanga eyanokolwayo yajja mu kakiiko, ne President Museveni yajja mu kakiiko akaali kalondoola ensimbi za kyogamu, Prime Minister, baminisita bonna, wadde ng'olubereberye baali bagaanye. Kati kyekiseera akakiiko ka Parliament twekubemu ttooki, nga n'abalala bwe batukubamu, naye naffe twekubemu ttooki. Tetuyinza kubanga yeffe tukulira oversight, nga yeffe tulondoola ensimbi y'omusolo, nga yeffe tukuba ttooki mu bitongole bya gavumenti n'emikono gya gavumenti, ate bwe kituuka ku ffe ne tweveera. Tetulabise bulungi, tetulabise bulungi, tulabika bubi. Kati tekimala Parliament okugigoba nti eveewo. Parliament ejjeetuule, tufune statement, tugikubaganyeko ebirowoozo, era tusalewo the way forward. Kuba byonna babadde babikola ku lwabwe, ne kakati naffe kitukwatako. Kyekiseera batubuulire, ate tulebe butwetaasa nti bino ebyogeddwa bireme kuddawo kubeerawo. Kwe kusaba ekyokubiri, bw'olaba nga Parliament mu kiseera kino ewambiddwa, twabadde tuyitiddwa olunaku lwajjo ng'ennaku z'omwezi 12 nga amateeka agafuga Parliament bwe galagira. Omuwandiisi wa Parliament clerk yabadde atuyise tujje mu lutula lwa Parliament olunaku lw'eggulu. Twayambalidde ku mabega nga nswa, kubanga bino ebiriwo bikwetaaza omubaka obeerewo, bino si bya kubuulirwa. Ne bw'oba oli wane olina okujja olaba ebiriwo, enju yakutta omuliro eno. Naye twagenza okutuuka, ate labayo nampala wa gavumenti omukyala Robina Nabbanja, ate naye nayisa ekiwandiiko nti Parliament kiyimirizza, tejja kutuula. Toyinza kubeera mu mbeera bweti nolowooza nti nno oteredde. Eno ye Parliament omuteesezebwa, kati bwegobwa neba nga teriiwo, kati kiki ekisigaddewo? Nga mwenna mukimanyi tulina ku lukanga g'ebintu ebyamangu ate ebingi, tulina ministerial policy statement, embalirira y'ebitongole n'ebya gavumenti byonna erina kubanga eyanjula eri Parliament mu kiseera kino kyennyini. Tetuliiwo, kino kya nnaku. Kaakati njagala mpabule Speaker n'abakulembeze ba Parliament, tetwayagadde kukozesa ngeri ndala, kubanga kino tukibaddemu okozesa rules okuleeta enkalala, ababaka basayininge okuzza Parliament ku kifuba, kubanga ate nakyo bwe tunawalirizibwa kyetugenda okuzzaako nti kati tulowooza nti kati bakyayinza okukikola mu ngeri yaabwe ate ku sipiidi yaabwe nekitalaga nti no tupapye. Naye nga bwe kituuka awo tulina right nga bamemba ba Parliament okupetitioninga recall of Parliament eveeyo mu luwummula ejje kubaganya ensonga etulemangu okubaganya ensonga enkulu bwe ziteesa eggwanga. Kakati kyebadde nsaba abakulembeze ba Parliament abatutwala bakama baffe beeyune, amakubo agakyaliwo, Parliament ekomezebwawo obuyinza bwayo. Eno Parliament si kipampagalu kya executive.
Parliament kugumizaamu nga eri esiga eryetengeredde, si bino ebya Speaker ng'akozesa clerk we kuyita Parliament, ate chief the executive arm nekozesa Prime Minister nemusaba kuyimiriza Parliament, ate Parliament neyimirira. Tukowoola bombi bategeere ngu Parliament is an arm of government. Waliwo ebintu bingi ebiruma Bannayuganda saawa zino, enkuba etandise kutonya everywhere. Waliyo ekibuyaga kingi, throwing down schools, churches, destroying crops. Nsuubira ababaka baagala kujja on the floor of the house kureportinga ebifa mu constituencies zaabwe. twandisabye speaker ayite olukiiko lwa parliament kubanga ngeri ja president wange bwa abawabudde tulina rules ezo tuyinza kukozesa ruru 21 ku rules zaffe naye katusabe nti bajja kutuwulira kubanga omuwa bw'araba nga taliiwo speaker waliko deputy speaker abo bayinza kuyita olukiiko mangu netudda netuteesa ku bintu ebingi amanga them ebyo ebitwogerwako mbufe ababaka twafuuka babbi mu bufunze abanauganda batuyita babbi era no bwetubanga tuyita
Chuzi hamwe n'amakuru yaryo yabasa kuba nitongozaho enkora yo kuhandikisa za cooperative zona kandi yabasa kuba nekora omukoro ogwo aha Ankole Mall hano muri Kamkuzi bakoresa omuringo ogwo na za karimagezi zabo ninga ekibayita e-registration katubire
Eryanyakazoba Ministry eri kumanya nkeye by'obushubuzi amakorro kanangwa no kweterana ninga shi cooperatives yargayo no kutongozaho entebe kanisa yayo eyergereyo ekatandikaho emyaka mike nyuma eyo kubasa kukwata ebibina byonna ebikwerundanda ninga shi ebiri kuterana hamwe okubasa kurgayo ndikagumana byehandikisa o ministry ejo bit birukozisa engenderwaho ya karimagezi aho rashange ngwe ebibina bitari bimwe na bimwe ebyo kuhangahangwaho ninga shi ebirikwegitara hamwe iwo byo kubasa kweta cooperatives zo mu karima ka seri nigije kuba nibikozesa teknolojia okubasa kwehandikisa nangwa no kutunga za certificate okorgo ministry ejo kandi batagire kutambura kurugamba ninga kurgo kwe bihweje hansi ngunu baza Kampala office nkuru za ministry.
There will be visibility of the numbers both on supply and demand. It's a pleasure to be here in Mbarara City. And this has been a very long journey coming.
Omukorogu gwakorwa omurembo orwambara na munonga mbare ya matemba aha mwanya gurukumakugwa Ankole Mall omuri Kamkuzi kandi abajenyi batari bamwe na bamwe babasa kuhika omwanya ogwo aha baharumu omunyishengero kukikirira abantu bambare ya matemba awekitenisa Robert Rukare kanangwa n'oryo muhandiki mukuru aha bwa ministry ejo awekitenisa Gerardine Sali nawe yahika omwanya abantu batari bamwe na bamwe abine ebina ebyo kwegita ninga shi cooperatives okwetorora ihanga lya Uganda hona baterando omwanya ogwo okurga omutawuni zitari zimwe na zimwe n'endembo zitari zimwe na zimwe hona nabo babasa kuhika omwanya permanent secretary aha bwa ministry y'ebyo mishuburo hona kuyargayo mu kugambaho yargayo no kushaba abanya-Uganda kuba basa kuwekwatara hamwe kandi bakejumbera intebe kanise jaho kuba nije kuba yambaho nangwa no kushanga basigaza kasente mu mushaho ahubwo jamba kuba batakuza kufita musente nyingi okuza kuhandikisa ebina byabo ebyo kwegita.
We have managed to digitalize all the 44,495 records in the registry and all those that are cooperators. And for me, this has revolutionized the way that the ministry is going to serve its stakeholders, the Ugandans, the cooperators. Individually, there are about 15 million cooperators in the country, and this actually is in tandem with the National Vision 2040 that stipulates that ICT has an enormous role to play for the opportunities that Uganda can exploit to transform the economy, among other things. That automation of government processes and interagencies and its connectivity is paramount.
kandi hona yayongera no kushobora ibi byone bine korabamo ninga shingendero hizibine korabamo babantu benda kwehandikisa kandi nangwa no kugira ngo okwehandikisa kwabo kwase kwicarizibwa kuri yo ministry kandi batyo oshange ibina byabo byahebwa orsa n'amazina agbarabe batorine.
There would be issuance of certificates after they've been manually signed by the Registrar of Cooperatives, the reservation of names if you're doing any searches of cooperatives. But now everything becomes So we have got the e-registration of the cooperatives. We shall have mobile payments on the alternative payment platforms like mobile money, Visa cards. We shall have e-certification of documents, e-forms to fill in online, e-reservation of names, e-searches, e-onboarding, e-everything.
Owari omujenyi mukuru aha mukoro n'ogwo mwogo ow'ekitiinisa Honorable Robert Rukari omukugambaho yarugayo n'okugira ngu tukyabaho okushanga ngu mbarra site yabasa kutebeekanisa omukoro ogu nkoreka mbarra site n'ebyafaayo aha bibiina by'okwegita ngu ahabw'okuba n'omu myaka y'enyuma abantu bakaba beegita kandi oshanga barugayo bakora ekintu kimwe ekyaba ekibatunguura.
As we launch the digitization of the cooperatives in this country, Uganda, it is not by mistake that you are launching this in Mbarara City. When you go back, the socio-economic transformation the President preaches about started in this constituency.
Ahantu yakosaka gishako kubasa kurgayo kujumirira abantu abakurapya mamisho mbebembezi kandi ntiyashabira nabebembezi okubasa kurgayo bakaguma nibashakera ehiba kubana bajwekera ngo bitu bakarga bintu byo kuzika nangwa no kugumana bareba abantu ngo ahubwo kuba ebyo tubikutungura byanga byabo nangwa nabantu abakuba mbebembera.
Some of us, we are lucky, we talk about it. I don't fear that, and I will go to our communities, tell them. But you leaders who are educated, help our societies, they will not understand this language unless you help them that the leaders are there, Okshaka. Go and look for these opportunities, bring them to our people.
Yahereruka rukusima government ya Uganda nangwa na ministry arukugira ngo nibebare ogumano bijuka abantu bahansi kandi no kureta intebekanisa nkeje erabase kuyamba abantu abahansi.
As a government, it's my pleasure that the ministry is doing its work to help the NRM, to help Ugandans vote ourselves. On behalf of our community in Mbarara City, Ugandans are always welcoming. This is the land of honey and milk. Please make sure before you go back to your areas, take some milk. Thank you.
Omulingo gw'omutano kandi honoro minister wa ministry y'ebyemishuburo amakorro kandi nangwa n'ebina by'obwegita ow'ekitiinisa Honorable Francis Mwebesa nawe yarugayo n'okugamba amukoro ogu bitu arukosa ebyoma bya karimagezi ehi yarugayo akakosa Zoom okubasa kugira eki yagamba.
Have been conducted tests efficiency and usability of the system. I call upon the public and all operators to get ready for the transition to our own regional clinics, train DSOs, operators and other stakeholders about the system.
Abantu bona babasa kwerundanira omukorogo bargayo no kwegesebwa ebyo nebine kugenderaho ningashe engendero hizine kuratirwa babantu benda okuteka yo kushaba kwabo kandi kukarabamo.
In particular, the Feed the Future Uganda institutional, and we will be accessible through the UG Hub. The UG Hub is where all government services can be accessible from, other than from the link that we shall give you. When you go on the UG Hub, you will find the system.
Tuyambe Jonas orchamane wo mukago gurukumanko gwa Uganda Cooperative Alliance kandi omukago gwe aharimwe kivina kirukumanko kya Ankole Coffee Production Union kandi hakora kamemba wacho yarugayo no kugira ngo bwire bwinje abantu babutosha abine bina by'ubwegisi nubati no kugumana bazombe bine aho kugira ngo nyuma hakaba haroho obutabanguko mbintu nkebyo ngo bito bwa hati ebyo na ministry biterize kandi bije behandikise.
Konka kurwo mu experience nyine nka chairman kandi kumara ubwiro mu kwetera nomu ejenteka tekeke ya mindset kureka hate kitukora no kushomesa abantu na mnonga cooperative na mnonga members kujoininga cooperatives akwaro hebisiye byikurebukamu unlike the other time echo kureberaho mindset ejo kukomo ground tushomesa abantu kandi tubahebyo kureberaho ebyo ground
yargaye no kugira ngo tubakwegita bwegita cyonko mbibina nkebyo ngukorekana bargaye bakorana emirimo eyo butosha kandi ayiriko yamba abantu babutosha aharimo ko futimba amaziba okureta amashanyarazi ombyangokwe ningash no gukora emirimo yo kutereza nkoto
ko kore bindi tushanga tukora amaziba tukora emirimo tukora community burungi bwansi nko kwombeka amashomero mu communities, kwombeka emidumo amarwariro, entindo na social halls n'ebindi. Hata ekyo kuba noyegesa beteri n'abandi bambatunga ekyo kureberekera live nk'ekyo nangwa na union z'ezindi ushanga ngo kwetera no kwakira nk'uko kutina. So ibyati bir practical kandi cya kabiri no kutunga ubwebembezo burungi no kutunga management nungi no gukora enchiko no kwa accounting y'ibikuba bayirwe nk'abebembezi. Ubwo nibwo musingi wo kubasagarura kweterana kandi abantu bakaguma beteranire hamwe bakusharure bijuma birahamwe.
Za asimu ahabwa GNTV omurembo mbarra.
Emishango ya Honorable Zake na Honorable Kinyamatame Kirene Gendo Misho mu kakiiko k'ishenjero kandi urukurura akakiiko akayabashabangwa base ku bantu bashitamanka abantu buntu baganire kandi basasirane ngo abo kuba enshonga zabo zikiriyo nizeyongera kuranda. Katubirebe.
You want to cross check whether the one is having is the one you have? I think what you want to know is whether it's the one who translated that. And we shall now officially receive it, okay, as part of our process.
Doctor, I heard you say your role is to assure quality of the product, yes, and sign the document. Yes, so it's not you who does the transcription and the translation. It is not me in person, but I am part of the team. No. Okay, in this particular case, who exactly did the transcription and translation?
We have the initials in the footer of that document, which is DK. The footer, yes, I've seen the footer. We must have a word transcribed and translated by DK, yes. That is Dr. Deo Kawalia. Deo who? Deo Kawalia. Kawalia. Oh, it's the man who did the actual transcription and translation. Yes. Is he also a doctor like you? Yes, he is. Oh, okay. And can you also confirm that before that you had also received a similar request from Parliament by the clerk? Yes, we did. Okay. And Chair, I would like the witness to confirm this translation, the transcription and translation in the hazard.
When did you ask whether they made the translation?
They received a request.
Then
did you do one? Did you conduct that translation transcription? Yes, we responded. And you forwarded a transcription to Parliament? Yes, we did. Do you recall when it was? That was around the 17th of November. Which year? 2023. 2023. 2023. Can you confirm it is that one? I need to run through this because it's not on our head. What I submitted.
In the hazard, you look at it.
Okay.
I don't know the paragraphing, but the page is 10,559.
that's the hazard.
That is the hazard.
Yes, paragraph what? Second column, third column. There are two columns.
Second column, first paragraph. Yeah.
I think that describes it well.
Thank you, Chair.
Give it back to you.
I would like you to juxtapose it with a corresponding translation or transcription in the second one. then we move together. Can you go to the second transcription? Yes, correspond, just opposite.
Yes, I can see.
Wonderful. First, read the first one and the answered.
It says, kati ate tulinayo kannalumansi bakayita kinyamatama ate ako kafumu nnyo nnyo nnyo.
Then let's go to the second one.
Kati ate tulinayo kannalumansi bakayita kyamatama ate ako kafumu nnyo nnyo nnyo.
It's always there as if selling herself in parliament. Now that you retracted the earlier one, which had indicated that as if she's selling her body in parliament, to change it to as if she's selling herself in parliament, intrinsically, what does it mean? The second one, how should we understand it? What do you mean as if she's selling herself? What do you want us to understand?
It's a reflexive statement, which means she does that to herself. She does the act to herself. It is reflexive.
It is reflexive, as if
she's selling her person, a whole person, which is self.
Supposing one meant as if she's selling herself politically, how would you understand it as an expert?
Well, that is not for me to.
No, I'm asking you as an expert. How would you understand it? The context.
If the wording has political, the word political, so I will translate it as such. But I wouldn't assume, because I work with text. What it's
not for you to determine. Let's try. Okay, we may not go so much technicalities. I just want you to assure this committee that that video we played it twice is what you translated.
Yes, Chair.
And what translation are you sure of?
The second submission, Chair.
The second submission? Yes. Have you watched and rewatched that submission such that whatever is here, because we don't want to be misled?
I did watch the video.
Sorry?
I did watch the video.
When did you watch the video?
At the time I was proofreading.
The first time, the second time?
On both occasions I did. Yes. On both occasions I did, but particularly on the second request, because I wanted to be extremely sure that there's no room for doubts on what we had on record.
The second concern, Chair, again, which is procedure about the validity of these proceedings. Chair, I seek to be guided on the issue of quorum, whether indeed the committee is fully constituted, because I see very few numbers here. I stand to be guided. Quorum is only needed at the time of voting. Okay. It doesn't matter whether it's Parliament or any other government institution. It could be KCCA trying to seek some translation from you. So any government institution, even private people, when they have submitted document, take off your time. We don't want to hear that an institution, whether you have these doctors, PhDs, say, well, I made a mistake there. Well, no. That doesn't augur well to some of us who hold the institution in high esteem. So I think that is the lesson you get it from here. Because you take us some conversation which we should not have had. Because as we now have a document where there is an error, which you have explained, but there is an error. I'm sure any other government institution will be referring documents to you, and they don't need those sort of either whatever
their term used for them. Okay? Thank you very much, and you're discharged.
Thank you, Chair.
One of the documents is mine. It has been, what is it? Okay. Thank you.
Ahabwa GNTV Agarikwotsya ni Clinton nahabu.
Habechibina echa Alliance for National Transformation bargewe bashiba government kurengo ya hindro muringo gubaru kutwaza mu enkora yabo ibagira ngo teshemire nkande n'inyigisiriza abanyayuganda benji kandi bagumza mbasha bango nangwa no mwebembezwe hanga na speaker w'ishengero bashemire kubantu bacendezwa aha bushoborozi nyamwinji ubabaherisi katubirebe
abebembezi kurwo mu kibina echa Alliance National for Transformation ningashete anti echirukurwa owisinsa Major General wamawaga humwire mugisha muntu Gregory obwa hato barge no koreka okwetombwita ahenjeri y'ibintu byo bikorwa mu government ya Uganda okurigera aharuwini chiza kandi ogno babiro rukuro rubaju orakanisa government be bakiri mu FDC omwishenjero ya Uganda ababari mu kicho mwishenjero gw'abacara ba Kasese district nagirangu ebintu biri mu gendo mission bishwazana kandi tubishimiye kwandi bukorwa bitu oburwenguzi nabwo bwerisize karungu.
Kind of ping pong within our government institutions is something we should begin condemning. We should begin questioning it as a people. There was the Uganda Railway Corporation land, which was turned into a mall. There is now the Mistiru Hotel. We don't know when we decide to get back into the Railway Corporation commitments, what we shall again show. So let us be cautious as Ugandans before everything that we have as a people is turned into.
We wabira ryo mchicho mwishingiro aho abantu bantunga mu municipality kandi gwatoryo mugambirizo w'ekibina echa anti owechitinisa Gerald Karuhanga nagirangu amataka ga government agakozerwemo ibintu y'abantu buntu jokana kagarikira government ngukanangwa n'enjeri bagatwiremo ekabitahikire nashaba bachicho mwishingiro namnonga bari abanywani bo mchicho borukuri shenjeri ya Uganda kugumana bareka kubekinya mwikireze ngo bagume bahikayi bagira bamuhakanisa ahubwo ibintu bikwa biri mu korwa mu parliament.
The issue of Logera land, any government can decide to relocate certain things from one piece of land to another. But what is the process? What is the legal procedure to follow?
There are times when we disagreed strongly with our leadership in parliament. I can for instance give you an example. We had friendship as individuals. We related quite well with our Speaker of Parliament, the Right Honorable Rebecca Kadaga. But there were instances where we would draw a line and say, look,
Winchiza yarga yagirango nangwa ncetagisango n'engendero rihange basekwane hindurwa ngwamana gahirwe aba bantu abakura bari mu speaker president n'abandi gabashekwana gacendezubwa ngunangwa neco kwiha speaker omukibina ekikuba kiri mu government ngwecho kitagaruka ngo bunde bintu kwasa kwa mitambura kurunji.
Talks of an independence of the speaker who is going to preside over parliament as an independent actor. But that independence we can't see it. Why? Because a speaker belongs to a political party. And I talk about a system where we are in a multi-party dispensation. A speaker belongs to a political party. And we can only do this by trimming the powers of those who hold power. And this can only be done through the Constitution. So you and I are under duty to ensure that we demand for these constitutional reforms that will address the challenges of a multi-party dispensation.
Ori mnyishenjero mchara hawa district ya Mbara washtinisa ayobere Margaret Rubyambu yargoye abasakwa nashobora batura ahamirimo yabo nk'abanyishenjero y'ibine ku bantu bakora kwenda ngo babare okubine ku bantu babatwariza nangwa no kubaritira obuhereza butari umwe na bumwe katubirebe.
Wanyuma y'abatura b'umurembo Rwambara kurukayo kandi bakagumana babuza uko ababembezi babo barukora emirimo yabo okuyana babatera akaruru bakaza umwishengero rya Uganda barukubuza ngo babakorire ki mukande kibatabakorire nikiha ngo turiyo ntorekera futera akaruru ke2026 abatura bargireyo benda kuchondoza okureba umwebembezi ubashimiye ku bantu bagarayo okwihayo noha kandi barayongere akaruru we noha mwene munyamakuru witu kiyaba nagamba hono mnyishengero mucyara ahabwa district yambara wekitinisa honarebo ayebare Margaret Robyambu yargayo no kusobora ngo hibashika tarahabi mukando behereza bwabo nkabebembezi bariyo no bagezaho ngubaza kureba ibisya ngubariyo bakora kimwe buzima onarebo ayebare Margaret Robyambu yabanza kutugambira hanshonga izi by'amagara
mbone nyenda kutaro mu gishogu kugambira abantu ngo obuherezo mwatwire twabane twepima pimamu kabebembezi na munonga nani ngamba nyowe nkanye Robyambu nintekateka ngo ndiyo nimpereza abantu kurigera okubankwasize ubwebembezi ninyenda kuterera munongo mu kintu cye by'amagara abo ko banyoni nenyetsugangwa amagara nubwo magana kandi niye nshonga nemwe ahabwenche nashabire kuza ahakaciko ke by'amagara kunashikira mu parliament omuryecho ninyenda kutwara mu gisho kwebaza rahanga ngucumwa byantwire no muhimbo kugira ngo nkore nahiko mu parliament no kureba ngo omwijurano gwo mwirwaro ryitu ryavuzwera gwacendera echo nchikozire honta okulobinga kugira ngo Rubindi Health Center 3 ebe elevated to a Health Center 4 ahabwa Kashari North Constituency deru abantu ababire nibijurana aharwizwera bakurwa mu constituency ye ya Kashari North bari kwijo muri Kashari South twatekayo irwariro eryabo kuriya nchimanchimanyisa ngo mwijurano gwagwizwera gwacendera ahabo kuba abarwira babenu barugabwe ngure bakuruga candahiye bakuruga za Rwanmanuma bakuruga Kashare za Chenshama za Nyabsirira bari kwijagwizwera for example bakaza baremerwa kuzara abantu abakwani benda kureba ba doctor bo kuba Health Center 3 ntwa tutineho bashaho ba doctor tubine aha Health Center 4 ebyo byona nibyesha kuba byacendera abo kwani bisha kuba baguma side ya Rubindi
onarebo Margaret Robyambu yargayo no kusobora kwa restere ambulance ensyaka okwenda kugira ngo bakayangusya ahampereza ya government ngwa kuba mu district yambara habe hariyo ambulance muyonka mwenu ayonjireho ambulance eyo kuzamumisha za yakashari y'amatemba ngo kandi naiza kuba nagitekamo amashita okwisyo government erabahereze za smart card ezo kunyweraho amashita ga government kaguzo mu ambulance ejo
ambulance ebire emwe erukora mu district yona kwiruka kuzabare kazabucure kazankai ahindu kugambira naresire ambulance eyakashara North epakingire Rubindi kandi ndaganise abantu ba district yambara abo kuba ambulance health has no boundaries obweri Rubindi omuntu kwari kuba kubibucuro eyaberwizwara yayirukanga yatwara umuntu Kampala ningambarara eya Rubindi nerugayo ambulance agency government etuhire fuel cards za ambulance zezo konka abo kugira ngo emotoka zizire in the middle of the financial year nituyija kutandika kutunga amashita card zezo in the next financial year but meanwhile mpromisingira abantu ba district yanje uninja kuba ambulance ejo ningitekamo amashita nyoka member wa parliament ahabo burungi bw'abantu banje na munonga abacara abindi kwebembera kugira ngo kandi omukazi atakeyija nayenda kuzara bakamugira ngo ambulance nende mitwaro umushanju y'amajita iba yazagaruka yo muri geshiro kurondora aguze mbuzi okashanga umukazi yaruzinga amagarana n'umwerere ngo nubaronde sente z'amajita bwe ninja kuteka amajita mu motoka ejo ruhanga ryo muhezi wanje mpaka ahi government eratwijuze fuel card so echo ninyenda kwebara ngo nchikozire kandi ni manyangu nicisha kugira kicyayamba na munongo mbyamagara
Honorable Margaret Robyambu yargayo no kutsobora hanshonga zebibwegese ngunazo azkwatisa mani nibiza kutungukira cyarumwe
ebyamashomero niminja genkwatireho abana bimpire basaries naba ningamba tindukubasa kumenya one by one konka abantu banje abinkwatireho nibabimanya ebina by'abacyara nambwe ne rigenda ndiyo nindambura ebicweka ebyo mu district yanje nimbuga n'abacyara ningamba nabo namunonga bikwatirine na domestic violence okubino korabana okubino kurengwa makagabo n'amayonjo okubino kuhinga bakagira emboga za mugende kugira ngo eketa kabure byo kurya eketa kabure emboga n'ibindi so nimpamyangu twine kitulino tukora omubwebembezo w'abantu batwatsi
Honorable Ayebare Margaret Rubyambu yaragayo no kushobora byempulizingana hamwe n'entunguka y'ibyempulizingana mu district yambara ngo bwa hati 70 yari yakombekwa na mnonga umurongoto gwayimukire ubwo mushweka icyarubindi bagwimukize kandi nuguza kuhereza icyweka icyarubindi na Rutoma
ebye mirongoti ningashe byempuliziganya mu district yambara Ninyenda kubanza kutwara umugishogu ogwo kwebaza aba MTN Uganda hamwe na ATC abakombeke mirongoti kandi ngarikenyejusi abantu ngutukugira ngo emirongoti terumu konka abantu bishucengu emirongoti je yo kubanza yizira abantu babe bina amasimu bakabara bake mbwene hati network abantu kugira amasimu bingi network antugitaban naramu omushanga network yabanchi konka ninyenda ngo mbamanyise ngo nkabebembeze tutami abantu abari kutwishira batugambira kandi tutushaka nambweno abarubindi Rumba Town Council hinabashikire mu office yanje bari kugamba ku network erimbi munonga na munongo mu katown kaitu karubindi so ninyenda kutwara mu gishogo kujya mukashikira aba MTN Uganda kandi bakore kiri kubasika ahindu kugamba umurongo tubagwimukize aha side yaba muzeyo mugenzi byangire na muzeyi ebwetunje na kasajja aho baryo nibimusya umurongo tugwamana umunonga ogunkumanya ngo nugwisha kusavinga Rubumba Rubindi Town Council kandi ukwateho na obuseri nka hari nombe secondary na church nenyuma ho mpaho ko kumukureba network kuzukubanza tambura ninyenda kubebaza munonga kandi mpamyangu icyempuliziganye ntiza kuba je ahabo kuba hata amasimu ngo tukoraho buri kimwe
Honorable Ayebare Margaret Rubyambu yaragayo no kuhiga abacyara akazibona ngo bezunise impulizinganezo hamwe na network ezo ezemero
ko mucyaro umurwarize nkanyuko konka nono manyote nobundi abendi yo mwirwaro ntaza mu lecture room as long as I have an internet ninza kuba umurongo tugwawe guruho network ero definitely internet wotiro MB zawe ninza kushitama omuka chenshama nshome na bagenzi banje abari ha masti inga bari ha BSU ninga immediately ntunge bashoma ngume nabo aha line na week no buna kujumara mu kandi warizo muzire ninga nyine kingire gukora konka ninguma in touch so ninyenda kwebaza aba MTN Uganda batukorire cyamani munonga kandi nimpamya ngo abantu banje obuhereza na development omushweka nesha kweyongera
ahabwa Gntv Agarikwotsya Clinton nahabwe district yambarara
Mwebere mnonga kuba maramunitse hago nguto batwenero mabaziyo mu Agarikwotsya nande EVAS AKANKWASA marare kurunje.
Up next